Hello, everybody. Welcome to GlitchedSuccess, where I've decided to take all my D&D players and put them through magical college. Fighting the real battles of the multiverse, student debt. No, not really, though.
Yeah, how much is this college, by the way?
Um,
I'm here on a scholarship.
exactly. We're not going to talk about that. They recognize talent. They're going to bill you later.
Oh. That's why wizards become adventurers.
That's right. Well, I mean, they got to pay for their spell books somehow. I mean, honestly, the wizard is always going to be the most broke member of any party.
Oh, so true.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'd go through some announcements today, but we really don't have very many. We don't have any sponsors. We don't have a Patreon yet. And yeah. So don't really have too much to talk about.
This video brought to you by the greatest food in the world, pasta.
Pasta? Okay. Yes, the video is brought to you by pasta, of which I have none. So if the pasta can also be brought to me, that would be great. No?
I like pasta.
I'll let that pass, and definitely won't let it affect any of my choices today.
Oh
So
no.
you're just gonna let it pass that?
Pasta, exactly. Anyway, I have been making some changes to our overlays. We don't have the Strixhaven art behind you guys anymore. I took some pictures from home and put something up until we get something better. I've also got some other surprises in the overlays for you that I hope you enjoy. But anyway, as a recap, when we left our students, you all had spent your first night on campus in kind of a night of revelry with some of your fellow students. Having traveled here after leaving the Strixhaven campus because the world that you're from, Paran, no longer recognized it as an accredited school. Unfortunate. So you all had to settle for the best school in Paran, which is the School of Archaia, which has a campus on the flying city of Archaia, but you guys aren't high enough in your classes yet to get there.
We aren't the cool kids.
You aren't the cool kids yet. That's next year. You're in the second year. But the year is just starting, and having enjoyed your first night, you've got a couple of days before classes are supposed to start, and you are exploring the area surrounding your private mini castle that you've got as a dorm room. Massive upgrade from where you had been, and you discovered this morning that the area surrounding your dorm features a little private hot spring. And upon discovering that, decided, let's immediately go for a swim.
Yeah. Dipping our feet.
Yes, shortly after dipping your feet in the water, though, you heard a disturbance in the nearby bush. And some creatures appeared. Strange things, humanoid in shape, but seemingly constructed of layers of stained glass.
What?
Yes, some sort of glass construct.
And I think our preceptor kind of warned us about this. Sort of. He was very vague about it.
Mhm.
Professor Hester, you were too vague.
Yes. If he warned you, it was very vaguely. He told you that classes start tomorrow, meaning this morning, when your class schedule didn't say anything about classes until, a couple of days from now. But that said, here you are, enjoying your hot spring, and these creatures appear. That's where we left you off, and we can begin by rolling initiative.
Oh boy, right into the action.
That's right.
That's right.
Do you prefer that digitally or virtually or?
However you like.
All right. Oh boy.
Boo.
Today I'm taking digital rolls or personal rolls.
I'll do it digitally.
Yeah, I like the automation, to be honest. Unfortunately,
Nice.
Chris and Thrace cannot join us today. They are unfortunately required to participate in capitalism and have had to participate in their jobs today. And so I will temporarily, since they were in this scene, be taking over their characters for the moment. That said, Safria, you're at the top of the initiative round at 22. Looks like we've got Tjur at 19, Dezlan at 17, Sylan at 12, Korth at 4.
Oh boy.
About that.
Now, I remember that a number of you had, didn't want to get your clothes wet and had removed most of your gear before jumping in here. Other than Korth. Korth just dove in. I remember that.
Don't remember if I did or not, or if I just sit. I'm
looks-
just sitting at the water, dipping my feet in.
Yeah, it looks like you're still sitting at the edge, so you probably still have your gear dipping your feet in. Sylan,
I want to get my feathers wet.
Sylan hasn't gone in yet because Chris wasn't here last time either. Dezlan is, they're enjoying the water. And Tjur, I'll ask you, did you bring your gear into the water or did you leave it on the edge?
It's on the shore.
It's on the shore. Okay. Safria, it is your turn first, and these creatures have come from the bushes and are coming at you with ill intent.
All right. Well, she will shout the alarm. She will step forward, and she will get large.
Get large.
Yep, get large. Giant smite.
Well,
Well, let's make you large then. Bing.
that brings a whole new meaning to an owl puffing up.
Uh-huh. Yes, exactly. You reach in for the runes of giant's might. You reach within yourself and puff yourself up, ready to fight. Your feathers ruffle and you grow to 3 times your original size.
And she will go ahead. She'll just defend or just full on attack. Oh well. Well, we need help, so she will just go ahead and come on, and she will attack this one here.
That one there. All right.
That one here. And I do believe she will be attacking with her short sword. I'm gonna.
All right.
I'm just gonna-
Do you have reach while you're large?
I should.
I'll take a quick look. Giant smite. Doesn't look like it increases your reach, so you'll have to take 1 step closer to it.
You
Gotcha.
should put her in the middle of the squares that she's occupying.
I'm afraid I don't think it lets me. I think I can do that. Ding.
Oh, I'm huge.
That's made you a little bit too big. Let me take the scale down on that a little bit. There you go.
All right.
There you go. That's perfect.
That's perfect. That actually gives you the proper scale because you're occupying 4 squares right now.
Yep.
All righty. Do I get?
Right now.
Oh no, that's just
Yeah,
damage.
4
That's
now.
just damage. Do I get anything else? Okay, that's just damage. Okay, just making sure because it's been a while since I played my fighter. Gonna go with real dice because
Safria Talonswole.
nice. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23 to hit.
23 to hit.
That's going to hit.
All right, that is 1d6 plus 4 plus another d6 because of Giant's Might. And now I'm going to save my rune. Nice. 9, 13.
13. All right. You take your blunted larper's sword and you bash this thing, shattering some of the glass off of it.
Yeah.
But then the portion of it that was broken kind of reforms afterward. Definitely looking cracked and damaged, but still with enough vigor to respond.
Guys, these things are weird. I'm gonna hit it again. Action surge.
All right, go for it.
All right. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, 18.
That will also hit.
All right, and okay, and you know what? Screw it. I'm also gonna use my fire rune.
Add some fire damage.
Yep, that is 2d6 extra fire damage. It's got to make a strength saving throw. Let's see. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
You know, I said I was going to use physical dice today, and then I just did that. You did 16 damage.
Yep, 16. Part of its fire.
Okay. And it rolled a 14 on its save.
It made the save.
Made the save.
Darn it. One of these days, I'm going to find something in my fiery rune chains.
All right. So your little larper's sword bursts into flames, and I don't think that's legal in LARP, but we'll let that slide. Your sword bursts into flames, and you slash at this thing yet again. This time, not only shattering the glass, but also leaving chunks of it partially melted, and it is visibly shaking as it loses structural integrity, but still in front of you.
It's a shame I can't attack twice yet.
Uh-huh. Here. That makes it your turn.
And she'll just screech at it.
This looks a little dangerous. So, enlarge the owl.
Ooh.
Gonna cast Enlarge on the owl?
I will.
Okay. Out of curiosity, Safria, do you wish to resist this effect?
I will not resist the effect.
Okay. Suddenly you've got a huge owl.
That's a shame it doesn't add to my AC, because that would be awesome.
No, but it does give you another D4 of damage.
Ooh, nice. I will put that to the side.
And you've got advantage on strength checks and saving throws, which you might already have. But
Yep, I already have that with Giant Smite. I'm gonna have to get D4
At this point, though, I am going to say that you've got a 10-foot reach.
Nice.
I don't care what the spells say. You huge.
Hoot.
Hoot.
I'll take a deep breath and sink underneath the surface of the water.
All right. You take a dive. Dezlan. Dezlan is going to also dive under the water and is going to swim to there and come up to the surface and grab some of their things off of the shore. But they, unfortunately, moving in water, had to dash to get here. that would have been their bonus action to dash. So they're going to go ahead and cast Ray of Frost on the one in front of Safria, having just reached up and grabbed their components.
Awesome.
All right, that's going to be a 9 plus... And, 9 plus 3, so 9 plus 5 is 14 to hit, which is going to hit. Ray of Frost damage. 1d8 for 8 points of frost damage. And that is going to... this thing, having been partially melted and the glass made brittle, now hit with a ray of icy cold frost coming from Dezlan, just shatters into
Nice.
hundreds of little pieces.
1, 2. There's 5 more.
Yep.
We know we can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
What?
These things are dead.
Now it's some of their turn.
Oh no.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Weirdly enough, can't quite reach you. And which other ones get to go? This one would get to go, but it's dead. Okay. And then this one here is going to run up to there. This one will go ahead and dash towards you. It won't get an action. No, actually, it's not going to dash towards you. It's going to use its action to dodge. Meanwhile, the one that came at you is going to attack you twice with its glass sword.
Okie dokie.
Oops. There I go again.
That one hits.
Habits die hard. All right. So a 16 is going to hit you. I'm going to physically roll the next one. That's going to be 18 to hit. So
That
that'll
hits
also
too.
get you. And the first hit is going to be 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And the next one is going to be 9 points of damage.
Ooh.
Despite this being a very sharp-looking glass sword, the damage you take from this appears to be bludgeoning rather than slashing, weirdly.
And she will point that out. It's like the weapons are blunted like my swords. I think.
As it swings its blade at you twice, catching you on the arm and on the upper shoulder of the other side.
Ow.
That's gonna leave a bruise.
Ow. It's like I just got whacked really hard during a LARP session.
Yeah, a little bit harder than that.
Ow.
All right. Then it's gonna be Sylan.
Hurt.
And understanding what he is, and he hasn't taken any of his stuff off, I think I'm going to say, I would honestly like to put Sylan and Dezlan into somebody else's hands. So I know somebody who knows really well how to play Paladin Warlocks.
Yeah, I wonder who.
Move up and smite.
Move up and smite. All right. Going to draw a sword and move up. I think the great sword is the one to use here. All right. Does it tell me his bonus? It doesn't, so I'm just going to use this to roll it. That's going to hit. It's going to do... Oh, yeah, the Great Weapon Master is going to re-roll a 1 and get a 1. So 10 points so far. And smiting.
Smite.
Divine Smite. Does he have Smite?
He should.
Yes, he does.
I don't know.
Divine Smite.
2d8 extra radiant.
2d8 extra radiant damage.
Unless these are fiends or undead.
They are neither.
I didn't think so.
7 more damage. That'll be 17 points to this thing. Ouch.
Nice.
And that does burn one of his first level spell slots, if I'm right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not as packed. I mean, he can burn whichever spell slot he wants to, though. So we'll burn one of those.
Hoot.
Okay. That's it for Sylan Drock. Next, we've got more of these things. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is going to get there and dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to get there and swing at the giant owl.
Hoot.
Hoot. Okay, 2 attacks, plus 3 to hit. That is a 6 and a 22.
The 6 misses, the 22 hits.
You're going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hoot.
Okay. Korth, your turn.
All right. This is looking like a pile on the giant owl situation, and I don't like that.
It seems to be.
So I'm going to...
Her feathers are fluffed up big time now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. 10, 15. That's good. I'm gonna cast. Seemed like the fire worked, so. Gonna cast Flaming Sphere.
Flaming Sphere.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna center it right there.
Right there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to actually... Hey, why is it blue? I don't want it to be blue. Oh, well. There's a blue flaming sphere.
It's
Right
just
there.
that hot.
Yes, it's blue flames. All right, so you've
And,
summoned it there.
Well, I'm gonna bash it into that guy.
Okay, so you you summon your flaming sphere, and the air shimmers for a moment, and then ignites from nothing, and there's this flaming sphere. And yes, it will move upwards and try to collide with one of these glass creatures. It'll make a saving throw, dexterity type, but it's going to roll a 5.
Ooh.
Ah. Nice.
It auto rolled the damage, I think. 5 damage.
Yep. All right, so it'll take 5 points of fire damage then, as the sphere crashes into it, and rather than causing any kinds of cracks or anything, it just starts to melt. Parts of this armor now looks like it's drooping as the glass starts to bead down the side of it.
And any of them that end their turn next to said flaming sphere will have to re-roll that save.
All right.
Wish I could do my fire rune more than once per short rest.
All right, the last one is going to run at Korth. It raises its glass blade, and 13 and a 22.
13 misses. The 22 will hit though.
All right. You'll take 7 points of damage as the first one swings wide as you parry it with your meat cleaver. It responds, though, with an overhand strike that comes down and would have slashed through your hat and into your head, but instead it just bashes it for some reason. It does knock your chef's hat clear off your head, and yeah, that's going to be a bump.
Oh. And now I have to make a concentration saving throw.
And Safria, that brings us back to the top of the round.
All right. Safria's gonna go for this one that's right in front of her.
Okay.
Oh, that'll pass.
That will be
20! 20!
looks like you rolled. Oh wait, that's Korth. Okay.
Yeah, that's Korth.
Oh, so you got a nat 20.
Yeah.
All right. Roll that critical damage.
Love it. She's just gonna let out an owl screech. Question: the
Yes.
D4 plus me being an enormous size, does that apply to all the damage or just the ones?
All of your dice get doubled.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So
None of your other bonuses, but the dice do.
Okay, so the +4 only goes once. So I'm just gonna roll this twice. 5, 10, 11. 16, 21, 22, 23, 24. +4, the ones is 28.
28 points.
Yep.
How many d4s did you roll there total?
2.
You need to roll 2 more because I cast enlarge on you too.
Oh, I thought that.
No, so
You
Uh,
get some from Giant Smite, don't you?
yeah,
no,
they get
yeah.
a D6 from Giant
Yeah.
Smite.
Oh, it's a
and
D6.
D4
Gotcha,
from
gotcha,
you.
gotcha.
So she rolled it right.
My bad.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my my second wind.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's 13 back to me.
All right. You swing your you swing your sword and catch it in the upper leg, dealing enough damage that it is hobbled at this point. You cut through you bash through most of its leg, leaving shattered glass strewn across the lawn here. And its movement speed is going to be severely limited, as it can only limp at this point. And then, yeah, you kind of take a moment to get your breath and heal up a little bit.
Yes, I think with my masterwork Gambison, I could have sworn I got some other stuff with it.
That
Like
just
resistance.
it doesn't add any resistances. All it
Oh.
does is it gives the same armor benefits as studded leather, just lighter.
Gotcha. I couldn't remember if there was like resistances or not that I just forgot to put in my customization.
Right.
Cool. Thank you.
Tjur.
10, 20, 25, 30.
Minotaur rises out of the water.
Minotaur rises out of the water, snaps his fingers, and a barrel will appear over Dezlan.
A barrel will appear over Dezlan.
Yeah.
Nice.
But immediately, Dezlan can see through it.
Right. Just went solid snake on it, huh?
Uh-huh.
But yes, Tjur gets out of the pond and yes, shows everyone his bear being, and
Ooh.
covers Dezlan in a barrel because maybe he's shy. I don't know. Anything else, Tjur?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. It is Dezlan's turn. And while hidden under this barrel, we'll take a bonus action to, well, it doesn't even need to take a bonus action, I'm going to rule. They are not observed. So they are going to grab their short bow among their stuff down there and take a shot at the one attacking Korth.
Good plan.
With advantage.
With advantage. Looks like they get a +5. So 21 will definitely hit. Okay, that's a d6 for regular damage and then 2d6 for sneak attack. So 6.
Oh yeah.
Plus 4 more is going to be 10. And then dexterity is going to add 3, so that'll be 13 points of damage. As the arrow pierces it through the chest and comes out the other side, taking a beautiful array of stained glass with it. Time for more of the golems to go, though. And this one who had dodged before is going to step forward. And
Does it need to make a save for that fire flaming sphere?
At the end of its turn.
only if it remains there. And that's a good point. It's actually going to come up and take kind of a flanking position.
I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
And
the sphere can move.
yes, the sphere is mobile. It is going to take a couple of swings at you. One's going to be a 7, the other's a 21.
The 21 will hit.
Okay, that'll be 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay, that one's actually down. Next one over here is going to shift its attention to the paladin that just smote it. For a 7 and a 17. Both of which are going to just bounce right off of the armor that Sylan's wearing. No wonder he didn't get in.
Tink.
It would have taken him forever to take off the plate mail that he wears every day.
Fight smarter, not harder.
Uh-huh. All
One
right.
must be always prepared for danger.
All right. Trey, why don't you tell me what Sylan's doing next?
Let's take a swing at the one next to him.
Okay. With the great sword again. Let's see. He's got a +6. Natural 1.
Oof.
And for those folks at home, I like to roll a glitch chance to see. I don't automatically say that something bad happens on a crit fail. But I take a glitch chance. I roll a percentile and then maybe something happens. It could be positive or negative. In this case, it is going to be negative, and he's going to overswing, unfortunately, and the golem is going to have an opportunity to try to grapple.
It fails.
Rolling a 4. Completely fails.
Okay, can Sylan? So he swings. Golem goes grapple him, but since it fails so miserably, can Sylan just try to drop kick it?
Not quite. But yeah, he He overswings at it, and the golem sidesteps and tries to reach out and grab the one of the hands on the hilt of that two-handed greatsword, but Sylan just shoulders it off and shoves it back again and readies for his next swing. It is the enemy's turn again, and this one here is going to... Let's see, does it go for the giant owl or the paladin? Oh, well, the downside of growing three size categories is that, unfortunately, you become kind of a magnet.
Makes me a bigger target.
That's going to be an 8 and a 12 to hit. I think both of those will miss.
Both of them miss.
Swings at you twice, and you expertly parry the razor blunt glass sword. Weirdly, with your LARPing sword, and yeah, you note that it doesn't make any sort of ringing sound that you would expect to hear. And noting that there seems to be some kind of physical barrier on the or you know, some kind of maybe magical barrier on the golem's sword that's blunting their attacks.
I may be large, but it doesn't mean I'm slow. And yeah, their weapons are blunted, just like ours.
This one that you hobbled last time is going to go ahead and swing at you twice. For a 10, which will miss, and a 16.
16 will hit.
You're going to go ahead. That's cocked. Go ahead and take 7 more points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow! I'm gonna be bruised.
Yeah. Does not feel great. Korth.
All right. I'm going to move my flaming sphere to here
All right.
and then bump that guy.
Bump that guy. Okay. All right. That's a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Rolls a 14.
That makes the save.
Makes the save. Is it for half or for full?
Flaming sphere is for half. So yay.
Yay.
Yay!
So,
A whopping 1 damage.
The flaming sphere flies towards the glass golem, and he almost steps out of the way, and is going to take just a piece off of a jagged bit that was on his shoulder. Honestly, it looks more rounded now, and slightly better designed.
I'm also going to attack with my meat mallet. Oh, come on. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, that's my time.
Another thing you notice, Safria, is the one that you had slammed its leg. The glass shards on the ground begin to reform into that leg, and it is no longer hobbled. It has self-repaired some of that damage.
Guys, they can fix themselves.
The one that you completely destroyed, however, is still staying a scattered
Not
mess
sorcerer.
of glass.
It's not sorcerer apprenticing.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
thank goodness for that.
After Korth, The one in front of you, the gaping hole in its chest closes somewhat as some of the glass returns. And it is going to dance around Korth a little bit. And is going to go ahead and swing at you twice. 3 and a 16.
Neither of those will hit.
Very nice.
Nice.
Wonderful AC of 17.
Mm-hmm.
Scales are better.
Swings for your head once again, and you duck easily. And then it thinks it has you and swings upward at you. But you block that also with your mallet. And Safria, it is your turn.
All right. She is going to go for this guy again
Alrighty.
with her short sword. So that is. Why is my. Okay, there we go. +4. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That's going to hit.
Alrighty. 2d6 plus a d4 +4. That's all fours. 16.
16 damage.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah.
Ouch.
All right. You.
And
are you doing anything else?
she is gonna reach into her pack and pull out a healing potion,
Okay.
like in preparation to take it.
All right.
I think it's like you said, it's like bonus action
It
or
is.
an action.
It is an action to drink a healing potion from a bottle, but there are devices that you can get that would allow you to use it as a bonus action.
Well, she's preparing it.
All right. So yes, you slam your sword into this thing, and it is quivering like the one that you destroyed before. It is on its last legs. Yes, it's on its last glass legs.
Shame I can't. Stuck on my bonus action. Can I just punch it or something?
Well, if you had a light hand in your or a light weapon in your other hand, a light hand in your other weapon, no, a light weapon in your other hand, you would be able to make an offhand attack with it with a bonus action.
Sadly, I do not. I just have my shield and my sword and my claws.
Right. So
Oh, well.
then,
Sadly, no.
Sadly, no. Tjur, it is your turn.
And I climb over this wall.
Yes, it is going to count as rough terrain.
That's fine. So I can still get there at that
And
point.
unless you're as tall as Safria is, that counts as rough terrain anyway.
Tjur runs around this fallen tree, pulls out a massive cowbell, and rings it.
Dong! I'm going to assume that
Thunderwave.
that's... Thunderwave. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was thinking that was going to be Toll the Dead somehow, but Thunderwave is better.
Yes.
Are you able to place the template?
Maybe.
Because I think 2 of them need to...
Yes, 2 of them do need to.
Okay.
It's gonna get those 2.
Okay, those 2. All right. Well, the first one, the one that's barely alive, does not matter if it makes the save or doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It just shatters completely.
All right.
I'm going to move that token out of the way because the other one
Yes.
likely will need to occupy that space in a moment. Yes, roll the natural 1 on its save, and it is going to get blasted backwards by the shockwave of thunderous energy you've just unleashed on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to
In
take
front of me.
that 6 points of thunder damage, and you note after that thunder wave, usually its wounds kind of begin to repair themselves immediately. This time it appears as though that is not happening. The thunder seems to have shattered it past a point where it's able to immediately self-repair.
Magic damage sticks.
Or at least thunder damage does.
Oh, my fire damage seemed to do something similar. It melted the glass.
Uh-huh. Next is Dezlan. Dezlan does not like the thing getting closer to them. Although is still in a barrel.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go ahead and fire from within the barrel. Still has that +5. Still has advantage. You're not sure how smart these things are, but eventually it might figure out that there's somebody in there.
Nah, it'll never happen.
It's
I
a
mean-
magical shooting barrel.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dezlan could hide also.
Yeah. 6, 12, +3. That's going to be
15.
15 points of damage. Yes. Dezlan will use their bonus action to actually hide to try to be quiet within this barrel. Rolls an 8.
They're
I
so
mean, an
hidden.
arrow just came out of the barrel.
Yeah,
so-
the arrow
Mhm.
just came out of the barrel and the thing's right next to it. But Dezlan thinks they're being nice and stealthy.
They're so hidden.
Expertly hidden.
Expertly hidden. All right. The next golem, its wounds begin to repair themselves. The previous fire damage seems to reverse.
That's okay.
And it is going to risk an attack of opportunity from the owl.
And
Ooh.
she's
Oh,
gonna
I-
take and
Hold on. Actually, no, it doesn't. Because I gave you a reach of 10. It hasn't left your threat range.
aw.
But it also sucks for it.
Yeah, sucks for it still.
Yeah. So it's going to... Yeah, because you can still hit it from where you are. You don't even have to move. It is going to take 2 swipes at Korth. A 7 and a 16.
Both of which miss.
As you realize, coming up from behind you, Korth, you sense the movement of this thing and turn around just in time for the first hit to miss. And then the second hit comes round and you're ready for it. And you just dance out of the way. Okay, this one here is the one that took thunder damage. Its wounds do not repair themselves. It is going to take a few steps toward Tjur. And it's got a 16 and a 6.
First one will hit.
First one will hit. All right, that's going to be 7 points of damage. Tjur is quite the tall minotaur. It is going to swing upwards with its glass sword, and would probably carve a piece off of your flank. But instead, it just bludgeons you.
Tyr talked himself up this morning,
Mm-hmm.
so he's doing pretty good actually.
Nice. Sylan.
Smite, 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 smite.
What is Sylan doing?
Sylan's gonna swing at this dude right in front of him.
Sylan's gonna swing at the dude right in front of him. Oh, you talked yourself up with the inspiring leader feat. I didn't quite pick up on what you were saying there. All right.
Oh, we get temporary hit points.
No,
You haven't listened to Tjur's speech yet,
yeah,
though.
you didn't listen to the speech.
Oh, darn.
All right. With a +6, rolls a total of 9 and fails. Let's see. I think he's going to stay where he's standing, though. Next is going to be this one. It is going to take a step out of the burn radius of the magical fire.
Okay.
And it's going to...
Sylan will throw up a shield of faith
Okay.
on,
A shield of faith on Safria.
yeah.
Okay, that increases your armor class by 2. And does it have another effect as well?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So, one swinging at you hits a 9 and a 21.
The 21, even with the +2, will hit.
Okay. 6 points of damage. As you receive yet another bump on the well,
Ow.
it can't reach very
The
much of
shin?
you. Yeah, it can't reach very much of you, so it basically just smacked its sword into your clawed foot.
Ow! She pops a little bit on one foot. That hurt! Yeah, Shield of Faith doesn't have any other effect,
Okay.
just the +2 to my AC.
This one we can mark as defeated. Its remains got blasted backwards into ashes. Korth, or into fine glass dust, I'll say.
Yes, it's my turn.
Korth, it is your
Again.
turn.
Well, gonna bump you again because I can.
Okay, it will need to make a dexterity saving throw. Let me momentarily... Wait a minute, that was the one that had taken the thunder damage, so it didn't heal. All right. Yeah, so you're bumping the one above the sphere?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and move it. Do you want it here or somewhere else? Probably there.
Here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Keep it away
thinking
from
that.
Safria.
Keep it away from Safria. Okay, it'll
Mhm,
make
thank you.
a dexterity saving throw. It rolls a 10. So full
It
damage.
fails.
Full damage.
Hooray! Come on, full damage.
The flaming sphere rolls through the air. Safria, you can
Ah.
feel the heat radiating off of it.
That's a
Ooh.
decent roll.
As this golem, its back kind of deforms as it takes 7 points of fire damage. Whoops.
Oh.
I didn't... as it takes 7 points of fire damage, as opposed to being reduced to 0 like I just did.
And then
Let's
I
fix
will.
that. There we go.
Oh, screw this. I've had enough of these things. It's time for the bad touch
The bad touch.
on this one.
Looks like you cast that at 2nd level.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh, I thought I saw four dice roll. Oh, nope. It
Nope,
was
that
only
was
3.
3.
It's only 3. Okay. A 16 does hit it.
For 15 necrotic.
necrotic damage.
Nice.
You,
Very nice.
You reach out your hand, radiating with the necrotic energy, and as you do so, cracks form and bits of glass start falling away from it.
Ooh, that works good.
Reach out a bad
You-
touch.
You don't even ever you don't even make contact with it, because as your hand approaches it, it never makes contact as the glass just kind of fractures away.
And I was gonna boop it on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's Mike Twain.
It was going to go investigate this barrel, but it did not like getting booped. Some of the fractures in the glass do seem to come back together, but it's going to swing at you twice.
I know, so rude, right?
Modified 20 twice.
Wait, crap, how much range does these things have?
They appear to be attacking only what's directly in front of them.
Okay, darn.
All right. It looks like a 20 hits you.
Yep.
All right. That's 5 damage from the first hit and 3 from the second.
5 and 3.
It's like
And
the
a
first
couple-
damage you've taken all turn. Okay.
And a couple
Nah.
concentration checks.
And a couple of concentration checks.
Yep. Concentration.
Concentration.
What the hell is that thing? The wisdom.
Only DC 10 for both of them.
Just make a couple con saves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That I'm
wait,
using though.
that was a wisdom.
Oh, either way, it was a 10 on the dice.
Yeah, they would have passed.
Yeah.
Unless you have negative con.
Right.
Which you don't.
Okay. You pass those twice. And
Since he was swinging at me,
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use. The hell is that thing at? I have a thingy. Halo of Spores.
Halo of Spores.
DC 14 con save
Okay.
for 3 damage.
Okay. Makes a modified 20 on the con save.
No, it doesn't take the damage.
No damage. The spores fly out around you and don't seem to be able to make any headway in laying any mycelium into the glass body of the golem.
Oh, it just takes time.
All right. Safria, top of the round, your turn.
Gonna whack this one.
Whack the partially melted golem.
Yep. Gonna whack it. 16.
16 hits.
Alrighty. Should be 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
All right. With 11 points of damage, you slashed across the chest, leaving a nice pattern of spider glass fractures through its chest plate.
Ah! Just go down already.
But even now, you can see some of those coming back together.
Mm.
Tjur,
Wish
your
my
turn.
soda's magical.
All right. So which one of these looks the worst? Or actually, which one looks the best off?
The best off. Well, Safri is big enough that you can kind of see past them. So the one that looks completely undamaged is that one there.
Perfect. We'll just do a little dissonant whispers
Ooh.
as I accidentally close the
Dissonant whispers.
Oh, that's great.
Did that actually roll or no?
It did.
Okay, good.
All right.
Fail, 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 fail.
I have to read momentarily. This does not cause the charmed condition or any other condition. It just does the text. So, wisdom saving throw. Natural 20.
Aw.
Still take half.
And the damage is psychic.
Yep.
All right. The whispers seem to you know, do their thing. You know, you whisper into magically to it to cause it to flee, but it neither flees nor do you see any reaction to the damage of the spell.
Okay.
Oh dear.
All right. Dezlan.
Wait a second. What else do I have? I have a thing.
You have a thing?
Nope, I don't have a
You
thing.
don't have a thing.
Nope. Never mind. Go ahead.
Dezlan is actually going to emerge from the barrel.
They're coming out of hiding.
Having grabbed a rapier, and is going to cast Booming Blade. Which requires them to make an attack roll with that rapier. Whoop. As I roll off the table. My dice is somewhere on the floor here. I need to get that back. It is the pink one. There it is.
No, leave it down there.
Leave it down there.
Okay.
Away with you, pink dice.
Hits on a 24.
Nice.
And so that's going to be 2d6 for sneak attack plus a d8 for the rapier. 11, 13, 16 points of piercing damage. As it is visibly struggling to maintain its integrity at this point. And it is surrounded by booming energy. Should it move, it will take thunder damage. And with that, Dezlan's going to use their bonus action and move backward. All right, this one attacking Korth, though, is going to continue doing so. With a 16 and a modified 20.
Oh, what the deuce?
Which the 16...
The modified 20 will hit.
Yeah, the modified 20 will hit, the 16 will not. So you will take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
If there was something else for it to attack, I totally use my cloud rune.
As it takes up a proper stance with its sword and pops you on the head. What did you say about a cloud rune?
If there was something else for it to attack, I'd use my cloud rune.
The cloud rune works magically.
When you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to choose a different creature other than the attacker. Within
Wait. Regardless of the
magic- This magic can transfer the attack's effects regardless of the attack's range. Once you invoke this rune, you can't do so again until you finish a short to long rest.
I did not read that part. Saphria is gonna tap her armor. The cloud rune is gonna glow, and the damage that Korth would have gotten will transfer.
to which one? Within 30 feet of you.
Which one looks the most damaged?
I'll let you take a... Well, no, it's not your turn. So, at a glance, the one up here seems to be the worst off.
This one, then.
Yes.
That damage is gonna go to that one.
Okay. So that, what was it? 6 damage?
Yes, 6 damage.
Rather than hitting Korth, is going to be transferred to the one surrounding with booming energy. And it gets knocked to pieces and those pieces just kind of scatter into your hot spring.
Hey!
Yay!
There's glass in the hot spring now.
Aw.
Uh,
At least now it won't attack you.
eh.
All right. That was this guy's turn. It manages to actually look somewhat confused because it's sure it landed a hit on Korth, not on the thing that fractured. And its head is kind of tilting and twitching like does not compute. Meanwhile, over here, the golem, which had previously taken thunder damage, now seems to have overcome its inability to heal, and the fractures on it start to come back together. It is going to take 2 swings at the Minotaur. For a 10 and a 13. Not 13, sorry, 15.
The 10 will miss, the 15 will hit.
It actually swings and almost misses. It swung a little bit too low, but it did manage to stub your toe for 3 points of damage.
Ooh, bludgeoned hoof.
Yes.
Oof.
Clack. Sylan, what is our paladin friend doing at this point?
Just swing it away.
Swinging away with the great sword. They've got a +6, so a 12. Sylan cannot catch a break on these dice. Maybe one of you wants to roll for him instead.
Sure.
But we'll take that over next round. This round I rolled a 12, and
Oof.
that's not going to hit. Anything with Sylan's bonus action?
Nope.
All right. This one here that's been battered and flamed a little bit. It reforms somewhat as the spiderweb pattern that you so beautifully created in its chest piece seems to reform to a mostly solid piece.
Oh, that is get puffier.
It's going to sidestep the fire again and is going to take 2 swings at the giant owl.
Good.
14 and 11.
They both miss.
It swings at one of your legs, and you just pick it up as the swing just slides under it. It swings again, and you lift up the other one, and now they're both off the ground briefly as you float there for a second and come back down.
Well, I do have wings.
Uh-huh.
Did Software just do that flamingo thing?
Kind of.
I briefly think it became a flamingo.
Uh-huh. Crazy thing is your upper body didn't even move through all that. Korthmodo, your turn.
That last hit will make Sofria a size smaller.
Oh no.
Aw.
As you
Oh well,
lose
I'm still pretty
concentration,
large.
you lose concentration on Inlorge.
Mm-hmm.
You
I will
no longer have a 10-foot reach.
Oh,
boot
well.
this guy
It was fun while it lasted.
with the flaming sphere.
Okay, crash the sphere into that fellow.
So, flaming
Bop.
sphere.
He will roll a dexterity saving throw and get a modified 20.
Oh,
He still
Half
takes
damage.
half.
incoming.
Yeah, still takes half damage.
Oh,
Not bad.
Nice.
4 points of fire damage. as the flaming sphere continues to chase this poor guy around.
And then Korth is going to. That worked the last time, so oh wait, what's this guy do? No, let's not leave that into. We're gonna go with the bad touch again.
Okay. Reach out and touch somebody's golem. Whoa. That was a second level. Okay. Well,
Yep.
21 hits. And oddly enough, you also rolled a 21 on the damage.
Nice.
Your own personal lizard.
You reach out towards it, and the glass kind of shatters and withers away from your hand, leaving a nice big chunk missing from its upper torso.
Alrighty.
You got anything else for it?
Oh well, I might as well since I can. We'll go with another Halo of Spores. Because I can do that.
Okay. It needs to make, you said, a
Oh.
Constitution save?
Oh yeah. It's on the start of its turn.
On the start of its turn.
I would have.
Okay.
So I will wait.
Safria, back to the top of the round, and it's your turn.
Step forward. Wham.
Okay.
No. It's one off from being that 20.
Okay.
So 23.
That'll hit.
It's just one off. Ooh, nice. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14 points of damage.
Yep.
You thought that pattern that you placed last time was so gorgeous that you would put it there again. And so, once again, it's got nearly the same pattern just stabbed into its chest as you stab it with your blunt short sword, and it just the fracture kind of just spiders outwards, leaving a beautiful stained glass etching.
Uh-oh.
In the meanwhile, from where you're standing, your feathers are starting to get a little bit scorched by the nearness of that flaming sphere.
Whew. I'm going to step aside.
Good plan.
Whew. No, thank you. And that will end my turn because unfortunately I have no bonus action, no more bonus actions. I can't wait till I don't know. Will I be able to use my runes twice with your long rest, or is it always once per long rest?
I don't remember.
I think they recharge on short rest.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So then, Tjur, it would be your turn.
It is Tjur's turn. Tjur's going to attack it with some horns.
Well, you know, it messed with the bowl. Unfortunately, an 11 is going to miss.
All right. Then. All right.
You lean your head down and try to gore, but you hit air as it sees those horns coming, and it doesn't want any part of them.
I am going to give a bardic inspiration dice to Sylan.
Yeah, he apparently needs it. Though now that he has it,
Uh-huh.
watch him roll the natural 20s after that.
That's fine.
Uh-huh. All right. Anything else, Tjur?
That'll be it.
Okay. Dezlan wants to continue helping Korth. Is going to
Good plan.
dance in with the rapier, cast Booming Blade again. rolls a 7 to hit. And unfortunately, that's not going to do. Uses their whole action to cast that spell, so we'll bonus action dodge back again. Kind of shrugs at you. Also, hasn't managed to put any of their clothes on. They're just sitting there having picked up their weapons. So yeah, just kind of shrugs at you. Like, can't really help, but I tried. The one in front of you. The hole you left in its torso begins to reform. And it is going to seem that you are still the more dangerous target among what's nearby, so it will take 2 more slaps at you. With a natural 20 and a 13 to hit, a 12 to hit, which will miss.
Yep.
But that natural 20 will give you
Oh.
6 points of damage. As it
Okay, I can do that.
rolled garbage on that particular critical hit.
Uh-oh. Oh no! My sphere!
No.
Yes. So apparently, it swung and it nearly hit you in a very tender place, nearly poked you in the eye with that sword, and you managed to dodge out of the way just in time. It's still going to hit you in the face, and the whole thing just kind of made you forget what you were doing with the flaming sphere.
That's okay.
Did I
Wasn't doing that much anyway.
hit the wrong button on that one? The one that is stuck between the 3 of you, it's going to keep its attention on the Minotaur. 21 to hit,
Oh yeah.
and hits you twice with the same roll. I rolled double
Okay.
double 18s. So 2 from the first hit and 5 from the second.
All right.
But you are not concentrating on anything, right?
Correct.
Correct. And it doesn't have any movement that doesn't provoke an opportunity attack.
Correct.
So it is going to stay where it is for the time being. Sylan.
Swinging.
Swinging. Would one of you like to roll the dice on this one this time? He's got a +6 to his
I'll roll
attack
it.
with the great sword.
I got this.
You got this?
+6, you say?
That's right. That's a 10. But he
Hold
does have
on.
that bardic inspiration dice if he
Yeah.
wants to use it.
Come on, Sylan. There you go.
That will become a hit. So
Yes.
2d6 of
Smite.
damage from the great sword, and burn one of those spell slots. You're gonna smite, or he's gonna
Uh-huh.
smite.
So what was it? 1d10?
For the smite.
For 1d8 for the long sword, right?
Oh, it's for the longsword. It's 2d, or he was attacking with his great sword.
Oh, you're right.
Actually,
Right, 2d6
yeah,
plus
2d6 and then 2d8.
plus 3.
Looks like actually +1.
Plus 4. That really?
Oh,
is he a hexblade?
he is a hexblade,
Okay.
so it's probably
Yes.
using his charisma instead of his strength. So then it's +4.
Ooh.
Youch!
That's a
Sylan gets really tired of
Of
all
missing.
these of all these golems. Does a severe amount of damage with his great sword, cleaves through it, removes its off, cleaves through the chest. The offhand just is no longer connected to the torso. It all falls to the ground and shatters.
Nice.
Did one did?
But it is still just standing
Still up.
there with a big slash in
Oh.
its torso and missing an arm.
Ah,
Is Silent Drock doing anything else?
That's all Silent Drock has.
Okay. The one in front of you, Safria. Frustratingly, the cracks seem to self-repair a little bit, and it dances around you this direction and put yourself between you and the and that rabbit that keeps hopping around. And then it is going to take 2 additional swings at you. But both will miss with a 5 and a 13. And Korth, that makes it your turn.
All right, no more flaming spheres. So I'm going to do something I haven't done yet. I'm going to use my action to wild shape into an ape.
Ooh.
Tired of monkeying around.
Aha. Just a regular ape?
That's as good as I can get because I'm not Circle of the Moon.
Okay. Bling. That's just, well, if I hide the token, you will no longer be able to see. So I'm going to put the ape in your place. And it takes your action to wild shape.
Yep.
All right. You all
But
watch.
I will use Circle of Spores while I'm at it too.
Nice.
Once
Yeah,
it's
it did have its turn, so we'll go ahead and
Yeah.
roll that. Constitution saving throw fails. All right. It's a little bit weird. As the spores go into it. Normally, you can't see the fungus working, but this translucent body, you can actually see the filaments of mycelium crawling through the glass.
Ooh, interesting.
that's pretty cool.
Or I guess since he can't talk right now, it's
Yes. Yes, as Korth kind of leans forward and hair grows all over his body, and he contorts a little bit and forms into an ape. The lizard folk now having been replaced by a gorilla. Which is actually not the same as an ape, but I think. I'm unfortunately not a scientist of any kind, let alone that kind. So
I'm not sure.
yep. I would say that the internet would correct me, but they probably won't. Safria, your turn.
She's gonna turn and she's gonna whack this one and she's gonna give it a nice owl screech in rage. She's not a barbarian.
If only you were a barbarian.
If only.
Like,
Oh my god.
you would like to rage, but you can't.
I would like to rage, but I must do something because I rolled a nat 20.
Woo! Okay. Rage works.
It works. All right. First set. That's 8, 11. 11 plus 9, that's 20, 23, 27.
27. Since you've struggled so much against this one in particular, I'm going to ask you how you want to do it.
She's just getting annoyed by this thing reforming over and over and over, and she doesn't really have any magical stuff left. So she just turns, gives the loudest shriek that her huge body can her large body can muster, which will probably kind of hurt the ears of everyone else. And she will just swing her short sword down with all of her might. And upon impact, the thing shatters.
All right. So yes, you swing your sword down after giving this loud screech, and all of you almost feel the reflex to cover your ears as this owl screech reaches you, and it almost begins to actually disintegrate from the thunderous noise that vibrates it, and it loses its cohesion just in time for the short sword to come down upon it, and it just shatters into an uncountable number of pieces.
She just gonna stand up and stay down. All right.
Tjur, your turn.
Here is done fucking around.
Okay.
We're moving to this tree. And yes. Where is it? Thunderwave.
Ooh. Nice. Constitution save.
Mm-hmm.
Fails. And that
Ooh.
is going to be 8 thunder damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that it's got a nice big boulder 10 feet behind it. It's going to get blasted 5 feet backwards, and then it's going to get blasted into that boulder, which I'm going to have it take, I'd say, another d6 of bludgeoning damage as it bounces off of the boulder. If you want to roll a d6. It nearly shatters, and it is prone as it lays there. And it does begin to stand up again. It doesn't quite, and it is shaking. And its pieces are not reforming at the moment, so it is in a very bad place.
All right. I will give a bardic inspiration to Dezlan.
To Dezlan. Excellent. Dezlan is going to try to make use of that bardic inspiration. Is going to dance closer in. It will take a swing with booming blade. Rolls a 9. But we'll add a d6 for bardic inspiration. That's going to increase it to 6 more, so that'll be a 15 to hit, which will land. Bardic inspiration twice, turning a miss into a hit today. Ooh. That's the roll you always want to see on a sneak attack. 11, 18, plus 3. That's going to be 21 points of damage. And it is surrounded by booming energy. Dezlan stabs the rapier into a gap in this thing's component pieces, and the booming energy just kind of swirls out from there and leaves a massive gaping wound in the physical body of this golem.
Fucking ass.
And is going to use their bonus action to disengage backwards. This one in front of you, Apemodo, is barely standing.
Goody.
On its turn, though, do your spores still have effect in this form?
It's a. I don't see why not.
Okay.
Use reaction to. Yeah, it's just a reaction.
Okay. Are you using your reaction on the start of its turn?
Yep.
Okay. It needs to make that Constitution saving throw. Which is going to be a 17.
It passes.
Okay. So for its turn, the mycelium that was forming before seems to have slowed in its spread. It looked like it was possibly about to remove all structural integrity from this thing, but unfortunately, it starts to retract a little bit as the golem begins to reform yet again. It is going to take 2 swings at the ape. That's cocked. 15 and a 6.
Oh boy, I've got a new AC.
12.
15's gonna hit.
Uh-huh. And that will be 2 points of bludgeoning damage to the ape. The one that
I'll
I
take it.
dragged out rolled 16 hit points.
Ooh, even better.
So I'll just mark 2 off on that. All right. This one that got knocked down by the thunder wave does not reform or repair any of its damage thanks to the thunderous blast that knocked it backwards, but it does get back to its what's left of its feet, and parts of it just floating in a humanoid shape kind of shamble towards here again
Oh,
mindlessly. Seven to hit and a 21.
21 will hit.
You'll take 4 points of damage from a mostly shattered glass sword. And it is Sylan's turn. What is he doing?
Ah. He's gonna swing at it.
Good plan. Make that attack roll +6.
All right.
You get the impression you could sneeze at this thing and it would probably fall over. "24 hits. And looks like you do 7 points of damage, which is definitely enough. He swings that great sword, and it goes completely through the what remains of the chest piece, and the glass just shatters across the grass behind it.
And then he'll move around to here.
Okay. Whoops.
Nope, not that.
That affected the wrong person.
Incorrect.
Yeah,
placement of-
Oh, dear.
incorrect.
Of
death.
Incorrect. Wrong death. Where's the one I'm trying to find here? Is it already marked dead?
I don't know.
Oh, there it
at
is.
least
There it
4
is. There it
marked
is.
dead.
Boom. Okay, got it. I found it. So
Fine.
Huzzah!
Sylan will move
2,
over here.
3, 4, 5, 6. There he
Yep.
goes. That'll be Silent Drock's turn. That one's dead. That one's dead. Ape Modo.
All right, as an ape, I get 2 fist
Two
attacks.
Yep.
Yes.
So I will give him the feast.
Give him the feast.
Oh. Did that not transfer? Damn it.
What have you rolled?
23 and a 20.
Both will hit.
All right. See, I haven't done this in a while. Nope, that was wrong.
Wrong way. So on the slash.
Right.
8 and 7.
8 and 7 damage.
15 total.
15 total. How does Moto want to do this?
So everybody's seen that really pissed off ape at the zoo that just pounds the ground.
Yes.
Yep.
This is exactly what's going on. He's just gonna smash it into the ground and just keep fucking pummeling it.
Yeah, it smashes into the ground as you roar and pound it repeatedly, and it leaves a nice little golem-shaped indent into the ground as you just bash, and it shatters more and more. And
then he's gonna toss it somewhere into the woods.
leaves 100 little tiny cuts into the hands of Ape Moto, but Ape Moto does not care. Ape Moto doesn't give a and
Nope.
just shatters it completely and tosses whatever's left into the woods.
Nice.
And then he's going to clamber into the hot tub on the side where there's the springs where there's not glass and just sit.
As an ape, just
Yep.
yeah, just put those two together.
And just stare at the party.
Yeah, very angrily staring ape. As you guys destroy the last of these things, you take a moment to catch your breath, and then every single one of the remains of them kind of seems to reform into a tiny little ball and just lays there on the grass.
Mm.
Tap one with my sword.
It appears class is over for today.
And then walking up the path, you see the familiar form of Professor 808 walking towards you guys. And this is where we're going to take our break for tonight. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
What?
All right, everyone. We will be right back. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. And one thing I did forget to say during the announcements section of this was, you know, in honor of today, may the 4th be with you all. Anyway, let me go ahead and take our battle map off. This is actually a fun new feature that I've pulled out a camera to do. Whoop.
Ooh.
Made the wrong thing disappear. Let's see if I can find the actual right thing here. It should be this one. There it is.
What is this?
Onto the stream. The battle map has been replaced by a dice tray, in which if there is an important roll or any roll that's not in combat, I can just toss that dice in there and
Nice.
everyone can see the result.
Why do you have
that's nice.
Sulfuria in the tray, though?
A very angry owl bear there. Thopria got really angry and has manifested in the dice tray and is just ready to attack when I roll bad. That said, as I had said, you guys had dispatched the last of these things and just had a moment to breathe. And coming down the path towards you, you see one of your teachers, Professor 808, seems to be carrying some kind of bundle of something or other. And he moves towards you. And Safri, you're the furthest forward. And so he walks up to you and he says, that was a good show of martial combat.
Oh, thank you, Professor. And she'll shrink.
Shrinks down to Safria size.
Whew. Those things were very annoying.
I apologize for the surprise nature of your first day. I was doubtful when I saw your weapon that you would have strong combat effectiveness, but I was incorrect.
I mean, I know it's a LARPing sword, but yeah. You know what they say. Don't judge a book by its cover.
There are no official grades, but if you wish to know, I will say that you have done very well in your first challenge. It is not about the speed in which you defeat the enemy. You overcame these particular creatures' regenerative abilities. Understanding their weakness would have been desirable, but overcoming them with sheer damage is also effective. But more importantly to this class, none of you were at terrible risk throughout the conflict, as this class is about defense and abjuration. Though I did not see much in the way of abjuration magic. For the first challenge, that does not rate against you in any way. I have brought you, and he sets down the parcel that he brought, and hands the stack of books to Tjur, or starts to, and notices that Tjur is kind of dripping wet, and instead hands them to Safria,
who will sheath her sword and take the books.
There are 5 copies of a textbook labeled Abjuration and You.
Ooh.
It has the image on the front cover of a young-ish looking half elf in green robes, casting a shield that is blocking the attacking club of an ogre in front of it.
Ooh. That's
This is-
fascinating read.
This is that guy, isn't it? Did he write this book?
Which guy?
Is this that guy that passed the trials?
Weirdly enough, the author's name on that book is Cedric Evergold.
Oh
Heard
my
about him.
gosh.
Heard about him.
Uh-huh.
I'm so telling James about this one.
So he hands these books to Safri, and he says, "Please distribute this among your fellow students. There will be no more sessions of this course for the remainder of this weekend, and there are no scheduled sessions at this time. However,
Oh,
study these books and be ready to defend yourself from similar lessons. It is very
Yes, sir.
important to the academy that the students in this world, in today's realities, that you be prepared to defend yourselves."
yes, sir.
I will warn you, for I saw that even though here there will be no penalty for such things, that currently, I will remind you, in the outside world, should you be witnessed performing magic of enchantment, that it might bring unwanted consequences upon you.
Enchantment?
I don't think anyone here used enchantment. I can't tell though.
I do believe Tjur performed a nearly flawless execution of dissonant whispers.
Oh,
You didn't notice because it didn't work.
Yes, unfortunately. And as described in Chapter 5, golems and automatons often are not affected by damage of the mind.
Didn't particularly care about that effect of it.
Yes. I say often. It is not universal. Sentient, forged, created beings such as myself are still, would still be affected.
and I noticed that their weapons were blunted.
Yes. For your first trial, it was desired to not cause grievous injury.
Well, I'm gonna be feeling these bruises tomorrow.
Yes, about that.
Sylan will reach over and lay on hands.
Should you require any medical care, do come to the campus offices where there is a doctor on staff that can treat any injuries.
Good to know. I mean, I'm fine now. I'm just gonna be bruised. It's like I went through a particularly harsh LARPing session,
Mhm.
and someone whacked me harder than they should have.
From his bag now, he also takes a small case. And he says, "These will be all of these that I give you. Use them sparingly." Within, you see he hands you the case. What do you do with it?
I will open it.
All right. Within, you see 2 rows of vials, 5 vials in each row, of a sparkling red liquid.
Ooh. Well, thank you very much, Professor.
You are welcome.
Oh, yeah. When we get a chance, I'll give everyone one of the potions.
And with that, he will turn and walk away. After collecting his the glass balls that are the remains of his golems, that is.
Oh boy.
And you guys once again find yourselves alone, somewhat harried, but now able to enjoy the morning.
Guess we're gonna have more lessons like this for this class.
What does the book say? Anything good?
They're they're textbooks. Everyone gets one. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
All right. As you open the textbook, there is a very long preamble. A very long preamble describing the accolades of the author and his many exploits, and how the School of Abjuration Magic has worked in his favor in many encounters.
Sounds like the author has, lots of experience.
Yeah, and inside the cover there is a picture of a smiling Cedric Evergold in a robe of 5 different colors.
Ooh, yeah, and this guy's one of the Rainbow Mages. He passed all 5 trials. He must be really good.
Make an investigation check if you're reading through the book.
Okay. 19.
All right. Despite the wordiness of the content, as you carefully look through it, you see that there is actually stuff to learn in this book among the self-aggrandizing of the author. So study of this book will help you understand the Abjuration School of Magic a little bit better.
And Safrio will come down. I wonder. I studied the sword, and I've been learning a lot from runes from the giant runes, but I wonder if I should be doing more. Especially if I'm in magic school, magical academy. Maybe I should try to learn more magic.
Listen, don't work too hard. You must make sure you leave time to enjoy yourself. Party.
Well, I just, a little bit of a disadvantage. I guess because I don't get as much, what I do doesn't allow me to, it doesn't innately teach me as much magic as the rest of you. I just wonder if by sticking with the sword, I'm just putting myself at a disadvantage.
Ooh.
Agreed.
Hold on.
That's right.
You're
hold-
very wise.
Korth is still an ape.
Hold, please. Hold, please. What was that, Korth?
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna say
Tjur,
doesn't
Gorsa,
matter.
you looks like you cast Speak with Animals. Is that right, Tjur?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It doesn't matter where your magic comes from. What matters is how it is used. Ugh.
Korth says something about friendship is magic or something. I don't understand.
Korth is gonna slowly look at Tyr, shake his head. He's like, he starts to walk back towards the hot spring, stops, and transforms back into Korth, shudders, and goes, "Ugh. I don't know how you do it."
Going from warm-blooded creature to cold-blooded creature to warm-blooded creature. Well, actually, I got to strike that. Reverse it. Thank you.
Cold to warm blood, then warm blood back to cold.
Right.
Oh,
You warm bloods just. Ugh.
I guess it just comes natural to us, I guess.
Ugh. It feels wrong. So much heat
Yeah.
and fur. Ugh.
Yeah, no, I can't relate on the fur. I mean, I've got feathers. I guess I would feel the same if I were suddenly plucked bald.
No. He saw like a little drop of drool start to come out the Korth's mouth, and he's like, no.
Oh boy.
Of course, suddenly
Um,
you hear a loud splashing noise, and some warm water kind of splashes onto you as Dezlan has leapt back into the hot spring.
This class may prove interesting.
Definitely.
you think this hot spring gets a lot of visitors?
Well, I mean, it's by our, place, our little castle. I mean, I don't know. Is this considered our property? I mean, I know it's technically the school's property.
Make a
I don't know.
make a perception check if you want to.
I can do
Plus
that.
0.
Any minute now.
$22 from Korth. Safria, what did you get?
9.
9?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're less sure than Korth is, but from your vantage point right now, you can see, down the hill from you where there is that rather large lake, and among it, you do not see any other towers such as your dormitory rising that's anywhere nearby. And looking up this valley, you do see other towers, but none of them seem to be in terribly close proximity to yours.
I'm going
I would-
to scent the air and then go, I think we are alone.
Our friends must have had quite a walk when they came to visit us last night. Still, it was nice to see them.
I'm gonna find a frog or a fish
Okay.
and ask them if there's anything shiny in this hot spring.
All right.
Probably a frog, I guess.
Yeah,
Frog
make
would
a
probably like it.
make a survival check.
Survival check.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to talk to the frog, you know.
Well, you got to find one
Find it
first.
first.
Oh, gotcha. I'm great at this.
You don't find any fish in this naturally hot spring.
Uh-huh.
You do see some frogs hopping around, and you start to talk to it, and it turns and regards you, and Go ahead and ask your question.
You catch many flies around here?
And as you ask that, after you ask that, um, immediately its tongue lashes out and catches an insect flying nearby. Yes.
Not bad. You notice anybody else use this hot spring before? Big like us.
No.
Okay.
Only frogs, tadpoles.
Wow.
You meet many
Hello.
Hello?
Okay. Sorry. I seem to have had a internet hiccup.
I see that.
Oh.
Yeah.
We thought the frog was ignoring me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the last thing I heard, and hold on. Things seem a little bit out of place.
Yeah, we're in the wrong spots.
Oh dear.
Where did we go?
The time warps.
Let's do the time warp again.
Yeah, everything just got messed up.
I am Korthmodo.
Yeah, see that. Let's try that.
Sofria is still Sofria.
Okay.
I am Tjur.
That
RT.
that's not supposed to happen with Zoom. Oh well. Let me try to fix this a little bit. Sorry, folks.
There we go.
Everyone's floating head moves around.
No, I'm talking to frogs, not ghosts.
Right. Correct. All right.
The last thing I asked the frog was, you see many female frogs around here?
Yes, and so you ask that question, and it kind of blinks at you and says, "I am a female frog."
Nice.
And it starts to hop away.
Well, if you need anything, you come to me. Don't ask that guy over there. He's not safe. Tell your friends, stay away.
Looks over at Korth. Makes one large leap away from Korth and into the water. Korth, somewhere nearby, there's a sploosh as a frog jumps into the hot spring.
I will swim after said frog.
Go ahead
Oh
and
dear.
make an attack roll, I guess. Yeah, no.
I'm gonna inspire. I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration to the
Give a
frog.
bardic inspiration to the frog.
Yeah.
Nice. I imagine with Korth's swim speed, he's just gonna swim up to it and try to bite it, or are you gonna try to catch it?
Nope. Swim up and try and bite it.
Swim up and bite it. Okay.
Oh, that poor frog.
Well, you need to make an attack roll though.
Oh, wait, why did it roll damage? Let's try it again. I believe I clicked the wrong button.
And yes, that's going to hit the frog's AC.
It can use its reaction to roll a d6 and add it to its AC. Valor Bard.
Nice.
Mhm.
I would say, unfortunately, the 15 is still going to hit the AC. It tried.
We tried.
It came close. Because
Oh.
you just got it. Suddenly it got a burst of speed and you almost missed it. But you caught it by the legs, Korth, and
Snap, gulp.
snap.
Boom. No chewing, no nothing, just swallow.
Here it looks sad.
Oh, the poor frog. Oh well, circle of life and all that. So what now, guys?
We relax. This place comes with snacks.
Actually sounds pretty nice, and Safri will like on these steps here, she'll kind of like relax, like lean up against the rock, put her feet in the water, and she'll start reading through the book.
Start reading
Here
through the
puts-
book.
Yep.
Tjur puts his clothes back on
Mm-hmm.
because this place is fucking dangerous.
Yeah, it's a little bit dangerous. And you are rather far south. Even so, you are in the winter months. So there's a little bit of chill in the air. But it's
Oh.
like a Florida chill. You know?
Well, I bet you it's pretty warm under this tree right here
Yes.
with the hot springs and
Oh yeah, the steam rising from the hot spring, you don't feel any of the cold air at all.
Korth is just gonna submerge himself to warm up some.
Mm-hmm. That said, you guys have the campus before you to explore if you wish to, or we can skip right ahead to your first day of classes.
you know, first we should probably meet this doctor. I think we might have need of them in the future.
Nope.
Oh, just like go and introduce ourselves, say hi. We'll probably be seeing more of you in the future.
I mean, given how tests go here, it doesn't seem very safe.
Yeah, probably would be a good idea to get to know the local healer.
It is trial by combat is best.
Plus, I always find, I want to know if they know about sports medicine,
In Tjur's village, poultice and spit work good.
Did you say polka and spit?
Poultice
Poultice.
is plants,
Like
ground plants in wrapped in cloth.
I thought that was chicken. Poultice.
No. Chicken is poultry.
Oh. Right.
Poultice is good for healing.
Poultry. Got it. Thought
But,
that was a ghost.
We shall go see your this school witch doctor and see what spirits he can channel for healing.
It's not a bad idea.
And then, I mean, maybe we have a party, get to know everybody. We have a castle with a
I mean-
bar.
Didn't we do that last night, though? I mean,
We met a lot of people we already knew last night. There's so many more people out there. So many more people.
Yeah, there's a whole
Uh,
campus full of students.
I guess. I mean,
And you haven't made friends with any of them yet.
Are you warm bloods? So social?
And Safi just kind of shrinks. I don't know. I mean, today was a lot. Well, not a lot. I mean, we've gosh, no, God's know we've been through worse. I mean,
What you're
yeah.
telling me, Sofria, is that you could use a good drink. I understand.
I don't. I mean,
I might have something. Hold on a second. Let me look.
I think I'm good. Here, it is a bit early. Still early. Still for drinking, and I'm just gonna read my book.
Here, do you have any more of the hot water? I think you called it whiskey.
Back it, back inside. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Tjur, so far you guys have barely scratched the contents of that bar.
Maybe we should go and have a sip of the whiskey to
For fortification.
yes. To brace ourselves against the cold and injuries.
I agree.
All right, so you
Korth
guys
will,
head back inside.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna slither out of the hot tub or hot spring and work my way back to the house, straight to the bar, and wait for Tyr to pour me some of this whiskey.
All right. So
And then we'll go see the doctor.
And then you're gonna go see the doctor.
Yes.
Korth, make me a quick perception check as Tjur is pouring said whiskey for you.
Sure.
We can get rid of the ape now, I think.
Yes, no more monkeying around.
As Tjur is pouring from this bottle, you notice something written on it that seems to be in addition to the regular label.
Okay. What does it say?
Written in small print, it describes the amount that will be charged to you at the end of the school year for the whiskey.
It's not free liquor.
The price tag for that bottle is 25 gold.
I'm gonna go with Korth doesn't exactly realize what that means.
Okay. So, you haven't pointed that out to anyone in that case.
No, I kind of like look at the bottle and I'm like,
Worth gets poured whiskey. And then everybody else gets poured some and made some mulled wine.
I don't know. I mean, it is still pretty early in the day.
It's cold outside. You should warm up.
It's not particularly cold.
It's not that cold. Plus, my feathers keep me pretty warm. But I guess. Oh, okay.
peer pressure.
To help you study the book.
Whew. All right then. Yep. And she'll be sipping and reading through the book. It's like, I really still gotta start learning more magic. I mean, yeah, that would be very useful. Yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately, among those of you who are here right now, Korth is the only one that had a high enough passive to have a chance of spotting the fine print.
Oh no.
That is perfectly okay.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, having problems with the idea of charge and
Credit.
yeah, credit.
Right, exactly.
So he thinks it's something that came from the store that the alcohol got bought from.
Right. They just left the receipt on there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So,
What was you said 25 gold?
yes.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until we're walking down the road
Mm-hmm.
to the doctor's.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring up that it must be a good bottle of fire water because it's $25 a bottle or 25 gold a bottle.
Oh. Wait. What?
Yes, the whiskey has a receipt still etched onto bottle.
A
It
Says
does?
it was
receipt?
25 gold.
Huh.
Something about them charging bottle. I don't know.
Here still has the bottle.
It still has the bottle.
He's been drinking.
Uh-huh. Yes. You will note Korth having pointed it out to you that there is some fine print on a additional label on this bottle. Reading it closely, you see that opening the bottle, you agree to pay the sum of 25 gold for the bottle of whiskey at the end of the school year.
Oh.
Already spent now.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear.
You think
So-
back to all of the drinks that you guys had at the drinking party that your friends came spontaneously to share with you.
Oh dear. Well, we are going to be doing jobs and earning money, right?
I
Oh,
think
maybe-
our first purchase, I think. Does this work via magic? What do you think? This probably works via magic, yeah?
Well, instead of be charging in the school year, so I would suggest like maybe we have like a jar, and whenever we open a bottle of alcohol, we make sure to put some gold equivalent, like how much it costs, into that jar, and then at the end of the year we can just pay it up for it all at once.
Or
Easy peasy.
I like this idea, but I think it's magically tracked. So what if one of us were to purchase, I don't know, like an amulet against non-detection or something, and then that person poured all the drinks.
I mean, but then someone could come and look in our bar and see that and see the reduced stock.
Nobody's gonna look in the bar. This is magic college. It's gonna get tracked magically, I'm sure. Nobody has time for an inventory. Not when you can just go wibbly wobbly boo.
Well, that's why you get someone else to do it.
That's a good
do you-
idea.
What do you wait? What's going on?
First, your new job is to open the bottles of alcohol when we would need to have a drink.
Oh, no, I don't think that's very fair. I
No,
mean,
it's fair. Sofria. It's
But-
fine.
But
he
Tina-
Shut up.
but
No.
At this time,
Tia-
Dezlan,
you pour the best drinks, and
I'll
Dezlan.
pour them. You just open.
it's not very
what?
fair.
Are you
My
not
hand
strong
is-
enough to open bottles?
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
You're much stronger than me. Sometimes they get stuck.
But
At this time, Dezlan speculates what would happen if you were to take the bottles out of somebody else's dorm.
oh, but then you'll be charging. Oh, but that wouldn't be very fair. That wouldn't be very nice.
No. We leave in course home. You if you take a thing, you must leave a thing in return.
Okay.
Maybe like and Korth will like pull out some of the old bones and stuff from all the monsters we've slain, and he'll start like carving and fashioning stuff as we're walking.
Right. Yes, and we can even put it into a fancy empty bottle.
I mean, but
I know how we can get it in. I can reduce it in size, and then when it gets back into it, we can get stuff in the bottle, and no one will know how we got it in.
But they would still be charged. And then that wouldn't be very nice.
What does this charge?
It's the alcohol.
It gives you a charge. That's right, Sulfuria.
No, that's not what I mean. I bet you whenever she tries to explain, Tjur will just go, "Yup." Hush, little owl.
So the alcohol gives you more magic?
I mean, for me, it does. For sure.
Oh, dear.
Social magic.
No, Suffrey is just gonna take out a notebook and she's going to start going through and making note of all the bottles that we've opened and how much gold it costs. Like, no one else is gonna keep track. I'm at least going to.
You guys are currently on the road towards the main campus, so you'll have to take that inventory when you get back.
I'm sure she'll at least walk down the one bottle that they have. Like, when I get back, I'm going to take inventory. Apparently, that's gonna be on me. I will at least be honest bookkeeping.
Right? Yes, honest bookkeeping. That said, you find your way down the forested path that you previously rode an automated carriage through. As you're walking, it is quite a beautiful pathway. In terms of very natural, not much in the way of, not very much in the way of structures that are crafted. There is a little stone wall that kind of follows it for some points, and some gravel stones that have been put into the pathway also to aid in traction while you're walking. But overall, it is a nice scenic, almost a wonderful nature walk as you go through.
This is very nice.
You hear the sounds, the beautiful sounds of nature around you, but eventually, you as you go down this path, and down it actually does go. It descends from the. You guys are partway up the side of the valley in your tower, so you're descending down into the valley, and you can see ahead of you where the lake comes to meet the campus itself, and also where a river coming from the mountains above is actually feeding into that lake. And where the two meet, that's where the rest of the campus buildings seem to be, or at least the classrooms and campus offices. You see several buildings down there. One of which seems to be in the center of the square. There is kind of a fountain there, but and at the top of that fountain there seems to be kind of a stone sculpture of a dragon.
Oh.
But near that fountain there is kind of a kiosk selling food.
Ooh. Num, 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 num. I'm hungry.
Flying right up to it, you see another owlin actually at the other side, preparing food, and as you fly up to it, it kind of notices you and what do you have?
Whew. What you got to sell?
Well, this is primarily, just snack foods. So
Ooh.
we've got bowls of noodle soup that we can make. Also skewers of meat.
Ooh. I'll take a skewer, please.
Okay.
Eat.
Yes. And some refreshing beverages as well.
I'll take a skewer. Oh, and I'll take one of these drinks.
2 copper.
2 copper. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
Mhm.
And she takes one of the skewers that's currently sitting on a kind of a griddle with a little bit of a fire underneath it, and kind of wraps paper around the stick that it's on and hands it to you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it smells good.
And hands you a small glass bottle.
Oh, num, num, num.
The drink doesn't seem to be alcoholic, but it does seem to be fizzy in some way and fruit flavored.
Ooh. Tasty.
Hey, Sophia.
Hmm?
What's that over there? What?
I grew up with 6 older brothers.
I'm
I
not
know
gonna.
this trick.
I take your turn. I don't eat meat.
You're right, he doesn't.
All right.
I grab a drink
Hey!
and spike it.
Make a so you're gonna try to spike her drink. Make a sleight of hand
Yep.
check.
Spilled.
Safria pulls the bottle back quick enough that you actually spike the flagstones instead.
Like I said, I grew up with 6 older brothers.
All right. I see how it is.
No alcohol right now, thank you.
All right.
In this
Uncle Bob.
in this square here, there are 3 different buildings. One of them appears to be the main library. Another one seems to be a building of classrooms. The architecture here is kind of a mixture of new and very, very old.
Oh. Well, this place is nice. I like this campus so far.
I mean, library is not very useful.
Oh,
I
it's
find-
plenty useful for studying.
I find. I mean, you could try studying your way again, I guess.
The library itself also features a nice tall bell tower and nice columns in the front of it.
Ooh,
It
those
is
buildings are so pretty.
it is a 3-story building.
The buildings here are so pretty.
The 3rd building seems to be an administrative office in which probably houses faculty offices, different administrative functions where I don't know, deans might be, or the school doctor.
This
Whew.
when we get in trouble, we're going to get sent here. I bet you.
Oh, I hope we don't get in trouble.
Oh, I mean, because we haven't done anything in the past to get in trouble.
Oh.
Of course we haven't. Dezlan.
No.
Of course not. We haven't done anything to get in trouble ever. We are model students.
Dezlan firmly nods.
You molt?
I mean, yes, but not this
What?
season. Right now, it's the wrong season.
No, not you, Tjur. Tjur molts?
I malt? What? No. I don't turn into alcoholic beverages.
Everything with you. I'm sensing a pattern.
Malt.
No,
You
no.
said malt. Like malt liquor.
No, molt.
Molt.
It's time of growing. You shed old skin
Malt.
to make
No,
new skin.
no. I'm more like cattle, not like mole. I don't shed
Uh.
skin like a mole.
Moles don't shed skin. At least I don't think they do.
Listen, he's the one that said molt. I assume that has something to do with moles.
No, molt means shedding.
Right.
It's like when you shed your skin.
I don't shed my skin.
Right, he doesn't shed his skin.
Korth is gonna look over at him aghast.
And he's a mammal. Mammals don't shed their skin.
Then
I
how
mean-
does one grow?
Of course.
The
It's
skin grows with you when you're a mammal.
This is magic school, and Korth is getting a crash course in biology.
No wonder it feels so weird being your type.
Mhm.
Hey, look, meat.
I feel like somebody just got a delivery.
I mean, like birds molt, like Alan, we molt every season.
I
Yes.
got it. I understand now. I use special shampoo so that I don't molt.
But why?
Because it's not. Because I don't like dandruff.
What? What is then?
It's skin. You said skin that falls off, right? That's dandruff.
Does it not come off in one piece?
No.
At that point, you do arrive at the administrative building.
Listen, I would just like to point out, you know. Take that as you will.
Uh-huh. Yes, both of you getting very much wrong about biology of mammals. That said, luckily, in a magic school, you're not really rated on biological knowledge.
Good.
You know,
Mm.
not so sure about that.
This is a more practical one, anyways.
What about the study of magical beasts?
study of magical beasts? That's different. That's
What's that
entirely
called?
different.
What's that class called?
The study of magical beasts?
Yeah.
Well, I don't already have that class in mind, so I'll have to make something up on the spot. Thank you. It's like I could say magizoology, but that would already be taken by another IP. So
Cryptozoology.
say what?
Cryptozoology then?
Could be. I would say that they would probably call it druidism.
Funny, she doesn't look Jewish.
Right. Most magic studies don't necessarily revolve around magical animals, though some do. So I would say probably something along the lines of creatures of Arcanum.
Okay.
Like the oozes.
Yes, the oozes. Magical physiologies.
Yeah. And like everything we faced last year. Ugh.
There seems to be a little bit of a line built up in the corridor waiting for the doctor. There seems to be a decent number of students with blunt force injuries this morning.
Oh boy. We were not the only ones.
From the looks of it, you guys were on the light end.
Oh, yikes. Why do you think attacked them?
Same
The
thing.
same thing, probably.
Yeah, well, why does everyone look so... I mean, ow. I mean, I'll be bruising, but ouch. They must not have been as good as us.
Korth hear rumor. Wizards don't like physical training.
That is something that you're noticing as you see the other students in here. A lot of them don't appear. Let's just say they skipped leg day, and arm day, and every other day.
You know, I'm feeling a lot less. I'm feeling a little bit more confident in my,
Choice of life
my
path.
yeah. I'm feeling a lot more confident that I've studied the sword.
Tjur, also pretty apparent to you if this is a this is an indication of the physicality of students at this school. You know where I'm going.
Oh yeah, I know where you're going.
Oh, what if our friends are here?
Make a perception check.
Perception, and I'll actually just roll it. 9.
9. Looking through, the only one you spot that is among the friends that visited you is actually Garson. He does not have any bruises, but he is holding his head.
Oh, yikes! I can sympathize. Poor Garson.
So far he hasn't noticed you.
Well, he looks like he's nursing a headache of massive proportions, so I will let him be.
Mm-hmm.
Garson!
He winces as you shout, and he looks over your direction.
Korth.
Garson!
And kind of waves.
Hi.
Oh, hi. You don't need to talk so loud. It's fine.
Did you injure your head?
Korth!
No. I just, woke up really terribly this morning for some reason. Just not feeling great at all.
There you go.
Oh.
Hair of the dog.
He looks at the bottle and turns slightly green.
Oh, would you like a potion?
You know what he needs? He needs a hearty breakfast.
Oh, that is something. You get some good food in you? That'll help.
I was hoping to get a tonic from the doctor first.
That would
Come
probably
with
help.
us. Come with us. It'll be all right.
Are you sure? Are one of you able to heal?
I can heal once a day.
We'll get you feeling better in no time, my friend.
At which point, Sylan reaches out, touches him on the shoulder, expends 5 points of lay on hands. And suddenly he looks so much better. He perks up. He's like, "Aha! That's better. I like that. That was great. Thanks, Sylan.
Oh,
Yeah, a good well, I guess a late breakfast. It's almost lunchtime. I think
Brunch?
yeah, that's what the halflings call it.
oh yes, a good brunch.
Or is
Get
it
some good food in you.
is it brunch right now or 11sies?
Yes.
Right.
11sies.
11sies.
Judging by the position of the sun in the sky,
Oh.
11
Yes.
seasons.
Corpse just like looks up. 11sies.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a rough morning.
Did you have a test today too?
Yes, I think that's what it was. We were attacked by some kind of glass golem creatures.
Oh, us too. I think everyone here had that this morning.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a blur for me.
How did your group fare?
Oh, well, I'm gonna roll a couple of percentiles. I thought I turned off autofocus on that dice camera. Apparently, it did not keep.
Wolf.
I had specifically turned off autofocus. But it turned it back on.
It has a mind of its own.
Looks like it's good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna roll a little bit of percentile. All right. There we go. And well, it wasn't that much of a challenge.
That's good. I mean, you had Aurora and Cadoris and Rosie with you.
Well, yeah, and I had this terrible headache this morning, and this nagging feeling that something wasn't right. So we were watching out for something, and well, we were kind of inside our dorm when they came, and they couldn't really get to us. Xanther held the door against them, and Rosie kind of hit them from the window with all kinds of stuff.
You hear this? Abjuration magic. They cast door.
Well, we thought we have a hot spring by our dorm, so that's where we were when they attacked us.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I don't think every dorm has them, but the ones that do, those are the good ones.
Ooh.
We've got a good one then. Do you guys have one? If not, you guys can always come visit.
No, I don't think we do. So, yeah, I don't know what strings your faculty sponsor must have pulled, but a private hot spring. That's great. I'll let the others know.
Yeah, because you guys are friends.
Yeah.
Why not?
I understand some of them even have private teleportation circles.
Huh?
Ooh.
Did
I don't
anybody
think-
look under the rug?
I don't think so.
No.
We'll have to do that when we get back. Oh, do you guys have a bar in your dorm as well?
Yes.
Read the fine print on the bottles.
Yeah, actually, Xanther mentioned that rather quickly. He saw that he was about to open a bottle of something from the bar, And he pointed out the label, and then he said we should take one bottle of ours and then go visit you guys. I'm not sure why, but I was definitely up for it.
And Safri will just look over at Tjur. Great minds think alike.
Mm-hmm.
Tia says they are magically tracked.
Well, at least that's our guess, because, well, it is a magical school.
That would make a lot of sense. I can try. I don't know too much about scrivening yet, but I'm pretty good at reading magic, auras, and identification, so I can try and figure out how they're tracked and get back to you.
Ooh, that would be really awesome.
Yes, would be interesting to know.
All right. Are you guys still trying to wait for the doctor?
I think as long as we know where it is.
Yeah. I don't want to wait in line and bother them.
Yep. All right. So you walk past the line and out the door, and within you hear a deep, soothing voice. Glancing through Korth, you see a tall, furred figure, slightly greenish fur, with brown hair on its head, about 7 feet tall. Seems to be the one treating the injuries.
What on earth?
Any one of you can make a history check if you want, either seeing this wonderful person or hearing them described.
Korth's making one. I will also make a history check.
All right, I see Safria with a 16, Korth with a 10. Safri, you've heard of them. You don't know exactly where they're from, but you have heard of those creatures. They generally live in natural areas or woodlands, and you think they're called furbolgs.
Oh, I've never seen a furbolg before. I think, is that how it pronounced? Was it furbolg or furrybolg? I think it's furbolg. Furrybolg
Yeah.
just sounds weird.
Don't call them furry bulgs. They don't like that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to offend anyone. I've never seen a furbolg
Strange.
before.
Strange witch doctor wears mask and staff.
Well, no, yeah, the mask is about making sure that they don't take in the bad air from people who are sick. Although I don't think there's too many sick people today, just injured. Gotta say, I don't think I'm not one to go against tradition necessarily, but attacking students with golems on the what's that about?
Well, maybe it's
Is to build one's strength.
Well, I guess you're not kidding. The trials at the end of the year are.
Well, yeah.
Would you prefer lots of talking and no actual fighting? And therefore, when it comes time for actual fighting, you freeze and don't move. Korth has seen this with clutchmates.
Yeah, well, I thought I was going to a magic school, not a military academy.
Well, I guess with the way the world is, I mean, some martial ability won't go awry.
Well, true.
Where do wizards normally exist on battlefields?
Well, if I have any say to it, very far in the back, where nothing will reach them.
And what happens if something can reach you?
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but I'd try to get away. You know, I actually, I was in a town in Brandonberry on the Blackwater River. There's an adventurers guild there. I got to work with those guys a little bit when the folks I was apprenticed to were going through town, and yeah, I had to get into fights with that. Following along those guys, there was a they called it an illithid.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I've read about those. Those are scary.
I have the spell where I can read people's thoughts, and I accidentally tried that on somebody who was connected to the illithid. Don't do that. That's my advice. Do not do that. Don't try to read the mind of a creature called a mind flayer.
Oh my
I
goodness.
highly recommend you not do it.
It's not a good thing to do.
No.
No.
I mean, it's all in the name, right? Mind flayer. Don't read their minds.
Did you try to eat it?
No, it tried to eat us.
I hear they eat brains.
Right. They had those in jars. It was terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
But they're just in the oh my goodness gracious. Oh dear. I've read about them, and they're scary.
So, you know, I guess if there's stuff like that in the world, then, you know, maybe it's a good idea to practice a little bit, I guess. But
that can't hurt.
I mean, he points down the hallway at all the bruised individuals.
Well, okay, it can. I mean, yeah, I'm going to be pretty bruised. At least the weapons were blunted this time.
Yes. Is natural selection.
I'm not sure there's anything particularly natural about it. Anyway, you were talking about food.
Yes, food. Let's go get some nice brunch. Or
Yes,
11Cs.
11Cs.
Tell me more about these illithids. You say they. I believe I remember they look like squids.
Right. I think I'm going to have to tell you that over a plate of something.
Oh yes. Let's have some food and then we'll talk.
Do you think they have squid here? I now have the taste.
Ooh.
I don't think they've got squid here. The lake we're at is kind of inland a little bit. I don't think there's squids. There's a couple of different seafood items though that you can sometimes find. We might have better luck. Oh, but that takes a ferry ride. There's some really good seafood in some of the taverns and inns in Sojavik, but that's a ferry ride across the lake. There is just up the road that way towards our dorm a little bit. There's a cafe.
Oh, let's go get some good brunch then.
Okay.
Okay.
I will just go for food. I do not need the appetizer. I've already had mine today.
Yeah, you had that frog. That said, you will go down the road somewhat and find yourself at the entrance to a wonderful little student eatery. And let's say the name of that is going to be the Mage Fire Grill.
Ooh.
And within, the scents and aromas of whatever's for lunch today greet you.
Mm. Smells good.
That said, though, as you come inside, you are hearing almost immediately a rather loud argument.
Oh no.
Oh,
I just want to eat.
You see what appears to be a rather smallish individual behind the counter. It's a little dim in here, so hard to tell maybe if they're a gnome or a halfling, arguing with a patron who you're not sure quite what's going on, but it is one of the Warforged patrons, not Professor 808, and he seems extremely perturbed about something and smashes his arm into the bar, leaving a good portion of it cracked and broken.
Oh dear.
I step up behind him.
You step up behind him.
I'm gonna eavesdrop.
You're going to eavesdrop.
I'll move up behind Tjur.
And he seems to be saying in as he's slamming his fist down, saying that you just do not understand the physiologies of created individuals. I cannot consume this. You must provide me some of the sustenance that is it is unacceptable.
Oh dear.
And at that point, he notices Tjur having came up right behind him, and he turns around, his eyes kind of glowing an angry red.
So I'll like stick up to the bar, like to talk with the person behind it. Like, are you okay?
It's like, yeah, I got this. It's
Okay.
but this Warforged individual sees Tjur kind of looming behind him, and looks up at you.
Sure looks down.
You are standing too close.
Oh. Ah. I take one small step
One
back.
small step back.
Oh.
He looks you up and down, and his head twitches just a little bit. He turns back round to the bar. He says, "Apologies, I lost my senses. I don't even eat." And he turns back around, and you note now that his eyes are kind of a faint bluish color.
Huh.
And he starts walking for the door, looking around, and I'd say you can make an insight check on him if you like. It's a little bit hard to read the sentient automatons. Their facial expressions don't typically change.
14.
But he has the bearing of somebody who doesn't know how he got to where he is. And
14.
as he leaves, that's where we're going to close our session today.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay.
Did his
Yes.
scent taste different
Um,
from like the scents of the Warforged?
other Warforged? No. You get the scent of iron and other alloys. Just metal.
Okay.
Sometimes some natural ingredients, but mainly metal.
Little bit of soul here.
A bit of an arm bone there. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that said, curious. Very curious.
Very
Anyway.
curious.
Interesting.
Yes. I hope you all did enjoy. And
Oh, yes.
Yes.
For everyone, I hope we didn't bore you too much with my poor attempt at storylines, but we're working on it. There should be some new content to the channel coming soon. As we try to work out what interesting things we can do. Nice trademark there, Tjur.
Mm.
Yes, that does match me pretty well. I try to find the time, but as we say, participating in capitalism means that we all have to have outside jobs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yep, unfortunate. But
Maybe one day.
you know, we can keep at it while it remains fun. Anyway.
Yeah.
That said, thank you everybody for watching. For anyone that did, and we will see you all next time. First Thursday of the month.
That would be
All
June
right.
1st.
Hopefully, Dezlan and Sylan can join us those days or that day, and possibly I can find time to add additional features. I didn't really get too much of a chance to use my little dice cam today. I was actually hoping to use it during combat because, that's where it's like some kind of important role would come up. I could switch to it and be like, here's if you don't roll a 10 or higher, that's going to be the end,
Yeah. Oh, no.
Those high weight kind of rolls.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. Anyway, we will see you all next time, and as we said before, may the 4th be with you.
May the fourth be with you.
May the 4th be with you all.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Good night.
night.
Good night.